Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of My Team Career Mode, as we have a department event as we're going to go to that. We just finished off Australia from a really good result in P10, as already we are going into China. As we played as Tim Trumpets last time, we're going to be playing as David Tonetta for China.
It's sprint qualifying time, slightly shorter than the normal Grand Prix qualifying, but today we'll determine who starts on pole for the sprint to come.
As we are in SQ1, we will be finishing up our lap time. Hopefully this will be enough to let us through. It is P9 for now, but that will obviously knock us down. In the garage, as we can see, we have 3 minutes to go. We go down, we are P16. I'd rather not take the risk, so we are going to head out one more time. Coming through the last quarter now, we are 4/10 up. We had a little moment before 4/10. Will that let us in? Is going to be enough. P15.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Don't worry, we have SQ2 and SQ3 to go. I don't know why you're saying that. Tim is last place, water bottle job, but let's go to SQ2. We're back here again for the last quarter. Will it be enough? We will not have enough time for one more lap. Here we go. It is PA. That's not going to be enough.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yep, P14, Albon, Arcon, Berman, us, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, and Alonso has been knocked down. Antonelli is crazy. Here's an update on the driver standing, which is really just the race result from Australia. But anyways, let's head down to the race. I didn't skip it this time. People, I watched episode 1. You don't understand.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen, Sainz, Hadjar, Gasly, and Liam Lawson, Albon, Ocon, Ollie Behrman, and Tonetta, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso, and Lance Stroll, Lindblad, Bortoleto, Colapinto, Perez, Bottas, and Tim Tramnitz rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's lights out and away we go as Lando gets a good start, same as Oscar. Oscar gets a better start as we can see everyone in the back. Oscar will keep the leaders. There's going to be a little fight. Hamilton's going to go for it for Charles. He's going to be side by side, really take it here. Remaining side by side, here we go on the exit. Hamilton will not be able to take it, but he's going to try going down the outside of the next corner. He will have enough pace to get in before the corner. Lawson and Garth are side by side through the fast corners. What are they going to do? Someone's the Rebels, though. Through the corners, who's going to take the position? They're still side by side. Lawson's not going to give this up. Lawson has to give it up in the end. No, he doesn't. Is that almost contact? As we're going to be catching up to Barrett as we're going side by side. Oh, Albon has hit Gasly. We're going to now send it. I think we might have damaged now. I'll have to check as we almost bin it. Lawson does the exact same thing as me, as we're going to have to try to get a good one out of the final corner. That was crazy.
Front wing!
As here is a replay of that interview. You can see Albon's everywhere. He's going to try to go for a move. They just break earlier. He's into the side of him. And here we go. Lawton's view. He is in a fight with Gasly at the time. He just guts the throat and almost loses it. And that gives us an opportunity. Here goes Lawson forming and Gasly. I think it's going to be plain and simple, so we're going to try to follow Lawson through. Gasly's going to put a little bit of a defense. Gus is going to go for a move on Lawson. No, he doesn't, but we're going to go on a move for both of them. We're going to make contact with Lawson, but we're going to let him have it so we can have overtake moment. We barely get that, but Lawson does have a better run. They all do, but we are just able to get all that pace back. Overtake Lawson and have no one else beside us except Gasly. Look at that. He's right on us here. Into the corner, into the second corner, I think this is, that we're going to be remaining side by side. We are not going to let this go. We're going to gut the throat, make sure and keep him, push him out wide, and that's P9. Fast forwarding in the lap, Gasly is now going to try to go back inside this work and defend this, but then I remember I shouldn't. I get overtake mode. So we're going to see if we can hang around the outside. No, we're not able to. We're going to make sure we're behind for that overtake mode.
Okay, you're in
and with the overtime mode, we can try to go on the outside, cut to the inside, make a little bit contact, shove him out wide just to get revenge from him turning up on us, even though it was following my fault. Down the inside to the outside, cut him off, make sure we give him no space if you make contact, but we are. Okay. Later on in the lap, Gasly and Bout are now fighting for 10th, even though this is the sprint. Down the inside, nicely done. Gasly's going to slick. No, he will not.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
We do not have 10 to 15 minutes to go in this race as we go, right? So we will not be experiencing rain. Well, I think once we are able to break a second, we're just gonna...
Okay, stand by. We see a problem our end and we're looking into it.
No. You joking? No.
2 seconds.
Don't you dare. Don't give it to us. We want to get points anyways, but I want to finish this race. Do not do this to me, please. Don't do this to me.
We're looking at some imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and misgears.
Well, great. A jammed gearbox might be coming up as we are going to check our vacuum condition, as I do confirm we do not have any wing damage from before on lap 1. Thankfully, on lap 4, we're just going to try to bring this home. Though already back in a second, we have lost all our pace. As Berman gets back past us, here comes Antonelli too. We've lost a lot of pace. We're all going to carry on lifting and coasting for more battery for the next lap. But are we even going to be able to stick with them? I'd hope so. Don't on soft, don't on mediums, as we're going to have a massive moment. Let's see what we can do with the OC mode once again.
Okay, mate, boost mode if you need it. Boost mode if you need it.
Guys, he's on us now in our P11. We have lost all our pace, so it's literally no point of fight. This is just showing our pace here. We are so slow. That's no point to fight this. As here we are, Lando's been phenomenal all weekend. Coming out of that last corner, McLaren, this is definitely a McLaren circuit. Out of the last corners now, Lando, wow, what a sprint race, fighting for the win. Last corner, he's gonna take home the sprint race.
Position.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time. It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula One's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Verstappen, Sainz, Albon, Hadjar, and Liam Lawson, Ocon, Colapinto, Arvid Lindblad, and Behrman, Russell, Alonso, Sergio Perez, and Nico Hülkenberg, Bottas, Gasly, Tanitsa, Tramnitz, Bortoletto, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
If we don't want to be stuck near the back for most of the race, you're going to need to push early on. Good luck.
So I am a top-tier idiot and forgot to clip qualifying and the race start on a broadcast view. So, yep, sorry. Anyways, let's strain down the fuel. We're actually going to go, not a lot, barely, on the fueling. I'm happy with the alternative strategy. I was just deciding what to do here, is that I got the setup on already, and let's head down to the actual waste. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's lights out and away we go. Lights went up pretty quickly. P21 from the sprint race. Tramwell's P22. We're all going to get overtaken, and we're at the best start. Hit the turn route. We're not going to send. We're just going to be chilling. We're on the outside of a couple of cars. Oh, whistle hit Behrman in the back as he got eliminated in SQ2. Guess we're just trying to make games with Wessel here, even though Wessel's on Mercedes and we're a lot of speed. We're going to use a little bit of our boost to get past Behrman here. We're going to get in front of him before the corner. We got one Haas. Are we going to try to get the other? We're going to go fully into the grass. We're going to dive bomb Ocon and make sure we can get past them. Here we go on Limfla, who DNF'd in Australia. We're going to go run the outside of him into the corner. We're going to lift, make sure we can get him almost at the back of Russell, as Limfla's still got to be there, but we are going to get a little bit of a better traction just to get in front of him and make sure we cut him off before the corner. Nice move. Lap 2, we are going to go for a move on Russell. How is this possible? I do not know. We're not going to back out of this, so then we're going to cut from outside to inside to the fast corners here. We're going to keep it tight. We are not going to let him move away, but we are going to chill out. Psych. No, we're not. We're going to absolutely send this, as we do get in front of him in the end, but we did lose a lot of time to a loss of insects ahead. Lewis Hamilton going for a nice simple move on his teammate, just promoting him up to P2. On the back of Carlos, now we're using our boosters. Oh, he lifts a lot, I think. Oh, that was just us going way too quick. Anyways, that's P11, and we still have boost mode. Or overtake mode. I don't know what you call it, to be honest.
Teammate by 5.7 seconds.
Now on lap 5, we're just chilling as we're going to go the fall. We're going to spin right in front of Russell, into the grass. We're going to have to slam on. We're going to slam on the fall one more time to try to get a heavy spin again. Oh, that is heartbreak, as that is the safety guard deployed from a pile-up. And with that, everyone's now going to come into the pit, as here comes both McLaughlins that have been dominating this race into the wait. What? Piastri? What? Everyone else is boxing. Both McLaughlins have chose to stay out. McLaughlin are literally doing a Qatar 2025. I am not surprised. Lawson stays out too. Does that mean Limflad staying out? Science boxes. Limflad stays out. We're going to overtake Archon coming into the pit lane, as we're not waiting for him. Technically, it's... I don't know if that's actually a part of the rules, but here we go, into the pit lane. Coming into the pit box now,
Okay,
we
so
had
Tim
an
is coming
issue
in for his stop now.
with our front right. I think it was in Australia. Let's see what happens this time as we nail the turn-in point into the pit box. Let's see if we have any issues. Doesn't seem like it. And the first one. That's a shame. Coming out of the pit lane, your P14 could have been worse. But, yep, obviously our team's a bottle job. Not a surprise. This whole team is a bottle job. This whole team is like a mix of Ferrari and McLaren at once. You can take the team out the midfield, but you can't take the midfield out of the team. As everyone's not fully cautioned up to the safety car on lap 7, the safety car is coming
Safety
in
car
this lap.
in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
This is Lando's Town Out Radio.
I got smoke coming from the cockpit, I think. Oh, I smell something funny.
Lando now is saying he smells something funny in his car, but as we return to green flags, Lando is able to make pretty good restart, as we're going to be trying to overtake Science. Also on the restart, as the restart on the front looks pretty innocent here and nothing really going intense. Maybe it's just a nice calm stop. Later on lap 8, Norris is on a build-a-gap, so that engine issue must not be really anything. No one's really able to make moves. Leclerc overtakes Limflad, as that'll be good for him. Norris is slow. He's out. Lando Norris is out of the Chinese Grand Prix. Heartbreak for the Briton. Going on to win this race, now out of it.
Oil leak. I'm out. Failure.
Okay. Can you bring it back, mate?
I'm out. No, it's gone.
Okay. Oh, sorry, mate. Mate, you were fast today. You were really fast.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know. You were fast.
Overtake enabled. Gap to your
Absolute
teammate behind.
heartbreak from leading this race.
4.1
Lando
seconds.
Norris has had a oil leak and DNF'd. As we're going to try to have a move on Hanschel, and that's going to succeed. For the points, we're going to make sure we can keep it. We'll go a little wide, invite him back in. Come on, we can take Isaac. We're going to use our overtake boost here. A death thing, that's what it's called, I think, at the bottom. As we're going to send it on Hidjar. Nice move there for the point. Next up, we're going to do the exact same thing we did to Haddock to Collar Pinter. We're going to gut the foul like we did before. Thankfully not spending this time nicely getting a move in Franker. Well, hopefully, as he's still here with us, we're going to use our boost once
Okay,
again.
mate, boost mode if you
The
need
exact
it.
same
Boost
thing with
mode if you
Isaac.
need it.
We're going to break later than him. So we're going to overtake Limflad while we're at it, as is that Hamilton. Hamilton's holding up the train. Is this a P5 on the cards? As we can see, Lawson and Albon are now ahead of us, as Lawson lips a lot. Don't know what that was about, but we do get him and keep our boost mode. As Piastri's in the pit lane, now it's about playing the patient game. As you can see, Albon and Hamilton. Remember when I said P5 was on the cards? Make that P4. Our tides are sounding dyno, so we can see we're struggling on the exits. But good news, Albon is in the pits.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I know, I'm the best. What a move. I don't know what Mark's been smoking recently, but it must be good.
You're
lap 50. We're making most of our race highlights over here. Here's Hamilton lift, and this is why you've got to be careful with your lifting as we almost take out the straight mode board. We are bobbed to P4 with a boost mode too. But remember, Hamilton's in a Ferrari, you got to be careful. But also Antonelli's up in P3 on the mediums. I don't think you'll have the box, but P3, no, combi. As Hamilton's piling on the pressure, we're going to make a costly mistake into the grass, back onto the track. Hamilton gets in front of us as a hazard also closes in on us too. That was a costly mistake, and that could part cost us P4. We have been holding on for our lives now. We are on lap 19 into the final quarters. We are about to head onto the last lap. As we are now at striking distance, we make a mistake. Hamilton left. We're going to make the move to P4. Now we are going to have to keep this and make sure we do not get overtaken. Hamilton has been the man of the match, as he has sacrificed himself for us to get P4. Well, hopefully, as he's going to get overtaken by Russell, but he will not let this go. But obviously, the outside line sometimes have better grip, and Russell's able to get ahead. As Hard is going to try to overtake us, we will have to use all our defending and all our very little experience to make sure we can stay ahead. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. A four-way fighter, P4 with us leading it. We are now on none, making sure we can save every bit of energy before the last straight's just going to try to go for a move. We're going to defend the best we can from the outside to the inside. Keep it steady. Now we're going to dump literally everything we have on this last straight. Make sure we can complete this P4. As everyone follows us except Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc wins the Chinese Grand Prix. We're going to have to defend from every single car here. On board now, we're going to try to go round the we'll defend round the outside of Hajar. We're going to keep it all we're going to squeeze him out. And this is crazy. Man of sport. Their second race in Formula One, we're going to take out the straight mode ball. We'll get P4.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
And Leclerc to the line, to the checkered flag. It's King Charles today. He wins.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
Well, it's been a long wait for many of our drivers, but the wait is always worth it. Bring them out to the awaiting crowd. It's time for our podium celebrations. And that is a fabulous win and the top step of the podium for Charles Leclerc.
As the race comes to an end, Charles Leclerc takes the win from the Chinese Grand Prix with Stefan in P2 and Antonelli in P3. As a good result for them, a really good result for us coming in P4. Hamilton being a noble sacrifice, resulting in good P7. What a race for us today.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
As the drivers are shown on the podium, we'll head back just to remind you guys one more time. Both of our drivers are in the top 13, with Tim with 1 point and David with 12. So we have a look at the Constructors' Championship, Worth 5th. Nothing real to see here. As we head back to the factory, I think it's time to end the episode here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.